The topic which I am going to discuss today is half wave rectifier. So, let us start. Half wave rectifier. Now, as we all know, rectifier is a device which converts AC into DC. So, basically, there are two types of rectifiers: half wave rectifier and full wave rectifier. Today we are going to discuss about half wave rectifier. Now here, as the name suggests, what is half wave rectifier? The rectifier which can convert only one half of AC signal into DC. This is what is called as your half wave rectifier. Or in other words, you can say the process of removing one half the input signal to establish a DC level is called half wave rectification. Okay. Now in half wave rectification, things to remember is that the rectifier conducts current during the positive half cycle of input AC signal only. Negative half cycle will be suppressed in that case. Now, this is a circuit showing a half wave rectifier. So as you can see here, for a half wave rectifier, we need only one diode. This coils shows the transformer which will convert the AC supply into DC. RL is the load resistance. So here, as you can see in diagram I, AC signal is being fed onto the input, and as the output, only the positive half cycle, only for the positive half cycle we are getting the output. Negative half cycle is suppressed. Okay, so this is a very important thing which you should remember about half wave rectifier. So in half wave rectifier, negative half cycle is always suppressed. Now, here what happened, the AC voltage that is fetched across the secondary terminal AB, okay, it changes its polarity after each half cycle. AC voltage that is fed onto the secondary terminals will change its polarity, okay, change its polarity, and during negative half cycle, terminal A will be negative. Now, if terminal A is negative, during the negative half cycle, terminal A is negative. So here, if you see the diode, negative and negative, A is negative. So diode will be what? A is negative, and this is what? This is P section of the diode. So negative and positive will make it reverse bias. So the diode will not conduct and you will not get any current. So current flows through the diode only during the positive half cycle. See here, during the positive half cycle, terminal A, point A, terminal A becomes positive. So terminal A becomes positive, and here it's P section. So positive and positive will make the diode forward biased and you are going to get an output. Whereas in negative half cycle, terminal A becomes negative. So what happened? The diode becomes reverse biased. So it does not conduct and you don't get any output. So current flows through the diode during positive half cycle only. So in this way we can say that the current flows through the load RL only in one direction. What are the disadvantages of half wave rectifier? Okay, here what happened, as we have already seen, that output will have only one half of the AC signal. Okay, means rectifier can convert only one half of an AC signal into DC. So the pulsating current in output contain AC component whose frequency is equal to the supply frequency, and for that reason you need filtering. Okay, because what happened is this, the output contain AC component whose frequency is equal to the supply frequency. Means here the output will not only contain DC, but it will also have AC component with it whose frequency is equal to the supplied frequency. So you will have to get out of that AC component, and that is the reason filtering is required in half wave rectifier. Secondly, the AC supply delivered powers during half cycle only, so the output is also low. So in that case what happened, because complete cycle it is not converting into DC, so as a result of it what happened is this: the power which you are getting in the output, that is low. So these are the disadvantages of half wave rectifier. Easily see it and get benefit out of it. Thank you. Okay, so once again I am saying the half wave rectifier, if you talk about the output frequency of half wave rectifier is equal to the input frequency. What does it mean? It means that when input AC complete one cycle, rectified wave also complete one cycle, as it is clearly indicated. See, if you talk about the AC form, this is my AC form. So if you can see this AC form here, you know, whenever it is completing one cycle, same way the output is also completing one cycle. It is indicated by this dotted line. Okay, so this means that the frequency, output frequency, will be equal to the input frequency. Thank you. A full wave rectifier, as we know, it's a circuit which can convert both the half cycle of AC voltage into DC. So a full wave rectifier is a circuit which convert an AC voltage into a pulsating DC voltage using both half cycles of the applied AC voltage. Means for positive half also it is converting into DC, the negative half of AC voltage it is also converting into DC. And for this purpose we require two diodes, of which one conduct during one half cycle while the other conduct during the other half cycle of the applied AC voltage. Means any one of the diode will conduct at a time. This is the circuit for a half wave rectifier. As you can see here, the supplied voltage AC is supplied. It is fed across the transformer, and there are two diodes D1 and D2 with the load at the center. So this is called, here if you can see, this the winding of the secondary coil are divided into exactly two equal halves, two halves. So it is called as your center tap transformer. Now full wave rectifier circuit with its working theory. Now in a full wave rectifier circuit, as I already mentioned, we use two diodes, one for each half of the wave. A multiple winding transformer is used whose secondary winding is split equally into two halves with a common center tap connection. As I have already mentioned that the secondary wires which you are having, that is being divided into two equal parts. So it is called a center tapped connection. This configuration will result in each diode conducting in turn when its anode terminal is positive with respect to the transformer center point O, produces an output during the both half cycle. Full wave rectifier advantages are flexible as compared to that of a half wave rectifier. Now, the full wave rectifier circuit, it will have two power diodes connected to a single load resistance. As we have already mentioned that we are having a single load resistance and we are having two diodes. Now each diode taking its turn to supply current to the load resistance. During one half cycle, D1 is forward biased, so it will turn current to the load resistor. In the next half cycle, diode D2 will conduct, and as a result of it, current will conduct to the load resistor. So when the point A of the transformer is positive with respect to the point O, D1 will conduct in the forward direction. Whereas when the point B is positive in the negative half cycle with respect to O point, diode D2 conduct in the forward direction and the current flowing through the resistor is in the same direction for both half cycles of the wave. The output voltage across the resistor R is the phasor sum of the two waveform. Now when we talk about what is the output voltage, so output voltage will be the phasor sum of the two waveform for the first half cycle of the AC, for the second half cycle of the AC. So it is a phasor sum. It is also known as the biphase circuit. This is the reason why we can also call it as a biphase circuit. Now the space between each half wave developed by each diode is now being filled in by the other. So in case of half wave rectifier, we have seen that we were having only one diode, so it was conducting only during the one half cycle of AC. But here what happened, for full wave rectifier, the space is filled up with the help of the two diode. The average DC output voltage across the load resistor is now double that of the single half wave rectifier circuit. Even this is very important to keep it in mind, that if you talk about the output voltage across the load for a full wave rectifier, it is double that of the half wave rectifier. V maximum, it stands for the maximum peak value in one half of the secondary winding, and VRMS is its RMS value, that is the root mean square value. Now this is the output waveform of a full wave rectifier. So if you can see, the first one is showing the AC waveform. In case of half wave, for positive half we are getting half, for all the positive half we are getting, and for negative half also we are getting, and the overall output, the combined output of both will be the phasor sum of the both, for the upper one and for the lower one. So it is the phasor sum for the both. So the average output voltage is higher than for half wave rectifier, because here for both the halves we are getting an output, so output voltage is higher. The output of a full wave rectifier has much less ripple than that of a half wave rectifier, producing a smoother output waveform. Here half wave rectifier, the ripple factor is more as compared to that of a full wave rectifier. Now, what are the advantages of a full wave rectifier? Ripple frequency, if you talk about the ripple frequency, it is about 2 times the input frequency. Output and the efficiency of a center full wave rectifier are high. Okay, this is another important thing. If you talk about the output and efficiency, the output of a full wave rectifier is higher as compared to the output of a full wave rectifier is higher as compared to the half wave rectifier. Even the efficiency of a full wave rectifier are higher than the half wave rectifiers. So half wave rectifiers are preferred. And what is the reason for it? Because in this case, AC supply delivers power during both the halves, because both the half cycles of the ACs are being utilized, are delivering the power. So as a result of this, the output and the efficiency of a center tap full wave rectifier are higher. For the same secondary voltage, if you are using a bridge rectifier which is having 4 diodes, it has double output. So actually, if you talk about rectifiers, full wave rectifier, center tap full wave rectifier we are having, and we are also having bridge rectifier which uses 4 diodes. So bridge wave rectifier, if you talk about, it has double output than that of the secondary, for the secondary voltage. What are the disadvantages? Now it is difficult of a full wave rectifier is that if you want to talk about the center tap on the secondary winding, means the secondary winding of a transformer which we are having, if you want to center tap on it, it is difficult to locate the center tap. Okay, now DC output is small as each diode utilize only 1/2 of the transformer secondary voltage. Okay, and the diode used has high peak inverse voltage. Full wave rectifiers require more diode, that is 2 for center tap and 4 for bridge type. When a small voltage is required to be rectified, this full wave rectifier circuit is not suitable. Suppose you say that you just want a small voltage. So if you are using a full wave rectifier, then that circuit is not suitable for that. I hope today's lecture had made some sense for you all and you are able to grasp it. So thank you for listening to the lectures.